Before we begin, let me go over some rules. Like in Toastmasters, we do not talk about religion, politics, and sex. In online meetings, we avoid distracting the sessions and keep our mic mute till it is our turn to speak. Or we use hand raise feature if we have to speak during the session. Plus, we use React or chat functions for the encouragement of speakers during the session, if we feel like. And as you know that all the great club needs great leader. And we are fortunate to have one who is vibrant, passionate, and always ready to uplift and boost our confidence. So let's put our hands together for our amazing president, DTM Tala bin Hamid. So DTM Tala bin Hamid, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Master Amra. Our club has many amazing people this month. So, and welcome everyone on this, what is technically the eve of Eid. So paradoxically, the entire day, and this only I learned recently, the entire day before a festival is called an Eve. So we are, even though it is morning, we are on Eid Eve. And thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. And as far as the club business is concerned, I would like to share some club business right now. And there is a bit of business that I would like to share at perhaps when we have more members joining with us, because there's a bit of recognition for members who completed their levels during this year. So rather unconventionally today, I will take the liberty to share our club dashboard with you. And I intend to do this more regularly in the future as well. Because the club's dashboard is not just the property of the club leaders, but it is the property of every club member. And perhaps you did not know, but every Toastmaster member can check out the dashboard for every district and every club as long as they're logged in, they're still logged in. So just one of the members was facing difficulties in joining the meeting. So yes, we are talking about the dashboard, and while the dashboard loads, let me also share the minutes of the last meeting. Our previous meeting was a joint meeting with Islamabad Toastmasters Club, and I think it went really well. And Islamabad Toastmasters Club has proposed that this joint meeting should be a regular feature of both groups. And we really like the idea also, because it would allow a regular interaction with another club, and I think it will be a pioneering effort as well. So we have asked them for a proposal from their executive committee, and once they submit a proposal, we'll consider it, put it before our executive committee, and then move ahead if the club approves. So in the last meeting, best speaker went to Toastmaster Alamzeeb Khan from Islamabad Toastmasters Club. Best evaluator went to Toastmaster Gulezera, again from Islamabad Toastmasters Club. Best debate topics went to myself from ABC. Best Big Four went to Toastmaster Tetsi Farmar from ABC. And best facilitator went to Toastmaster Gulgafe, who was our partner. So I will just share the club's distinguished performance report with you. And there's a special reason for sharing this. I hope everyone can see the screen. Yeah. Okay. So the most important figure is right here. We have met 10 club goals, which means that there are no more goals to be met. It does not mean that we should slacken off. That just means that we have exhausted all the targets that have been assigned by Toastmasters to us during this year. So we've had level 8, level 1 awards, 2 level 2 awards, 3 further level 2 awards, 4 level 3 awards, and 1 distinguished Toastmaster in level 3, level 4 awards. We've had a total of 20 level completions this year. We've had a total of 16 new members inducted this year. We've completed our club officers training quota. Thank you for that for our executive committee. And we have submitted members' renewal on time. Furthermore, something else has happened that has not happened before as far as our club is concerned. At least I don't know. And that is that we have reached 20, in fact, more than 20 renewals before March 31. Usually what used to happen was that we used to have 8 or 9 renewals by March 31. And after that, we completed the renewals by maybe the next. So then we went to, so this is something that is unprecedented. And that also means that as soon as April 1st appears in Colorado, USA, we will be distinguished without any additional effort. So this is to recognize all the members, or many of them are present today, for your contribution, for your untiring efforts, and of course, one person who actually compiled the agenda and cannot attend the meeting today because he's left for his hometown in Mardan. You can guess who that would be, our VP Education. I think he has been the one person most instrumental in us achieving all our targets. So congratulations to everyone. And without further ado, it is my time to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster today. It is customary for the president to introduce the Toastmaster. But how does one introduce someone who is even more well-known and even more popular than oneself? So this person is a legend of Karachi Toastmasters. And you may measure his progress in completion of pathways or in the fact that he's still not a DPF or in the many best speaker awards that he's won. But I believe personally that his contribution, if we take any of those criteria as his contribution, it will be underselling his contribution. Because when this person joined and when we had to go online and then hybrid, I remember that this person used to struggle very much with technology. And today, you see him seamlessly logging in and seamlessly participating in in-person meetings. And even while he's in in-person meetings, he logs in to Zoom as well, just to show off that yes, he can do that. Secondly, the intellect and the tonality and the creative word usage that we've learned from him over the years cannot be measured. And I'm not hesitant to say at all that he has contributed to the betterment of all of us as peoples while we have listened. And that is perhaps the best achievement any Toastmaster may have. So without further ado, let's hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, dear Toastmasters. Thank you, DTM Tala, for the good words. I know it's a preemptive attempt in order to stop me not to counterattack. You are successful. I'm privileged now, taking the advantage of my privileged position. I just want to request you, DTM Tala, that you are not as audible as you should be. Meanwhile, we continue to
Yes,
speak. I think everyone is agree with me. Yeah. So, but he has the ability to improve himself. He just need to be warned. Yes, he's doing something. Look. Um, so, dear Toastmaster, a festive is approaching. Festive is the word of the day, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so first, thank you. So, festive is must be related to the festival. I think it is quite, yeah, because recently I was confused between the ethic and ethnic. So I was just uh, wondering about these words. So the festive is approaching after a month-long observance of spirituality and reflection of Ramzan. We are almost there to close out the holy month by celebration. So, shall I say the sahur struggle, iftari craving, night cricket match, morning prayer, that too by Jamaat. Now we are gradually leaving this mold. And as you all know that the Eid is celebrated based on a lunar calendar, which is approximately 11 or 12 years late, or there is a distortion, I mean, in the exact calculation as compared with the solar calendar. And this distortion creates a certain amount of excitement in the beginning of the Ramzan and in the end of the Ramzan. So I really don't know if tomorrow is Eid, but I think there is a likelihood of the Eid. Had it been Ramzan, our committee would have delayed it, but it's a Eid and they are not going to delay it, hopefully. Um, and we are dependent on committee because in order to rectify this distortion, the state came up with a innovative idea of Roate Hilal committee to help us. Government, by the way, says that it in the last day before yesterday, I was reading in Dawn, in the last 20 years, 10 years perhaps, the government spent 20 billion rupees on this committee in order to determine the exact time of the moon. Um, so we assume that tomorrow is Eid, so the next 3 days will be celebratory and gratitude, and we are all supposed to be in that mode. Um, of course, we wear new clothes, except me, because it is customary to new clothes, to wear new clothes in Eid al-Fitr. And someone told me, Irfan Farooqi can correct this, this new cloth represent the purity and the renewal of our personality as well. Since I have a very little knowledge about religion, you may contribute during the meeting whether this new cloth is related to the purity and the renewal of the occasion, or it is just customary. But we will be talking about this festive occasion, and I will try to use this word of the day as much as possible, perhaps in a way that I have never used it in my life. So thank you, the word of the day. But the word of the day was came from Toastmaster Amra Yunus, and I would like to call her to describe his role as word of the day and the grammarian of the day.
Thank you so much, TM Asghar. Well, I think the word festive is will be something which will be used today many a times. And you already have used it. I used it in the beginning as well. So this is, of course, relating to the festival, and it means joyful and cheerful. It is often used to describe events, moods, occasions. Like we all are in festive mood today. I'm expecting a visit to Eid Bazaar tonight for buying something from festive collection of goods. So festive. Um, and as grammarian, yes. So as grammarian, I will be very much paying attention to the use of words, sentences, phrases, or grammatical structures that will be used in a good way and in appropriate way. I'll note down them and present in my report at the end of the session. Similarly, I would be also be using for the awareness of each other the words, phrases, or sentences, or some or other, structures that are not so good, so that we know and we all are aware of those, and we improve upon them. I'll be giving suggestion as well to for the some good use of those. So this will be my role as grammarian. I will also report at the end that who of us were able to use the word of the day, festive. So thank you so much. Over to
Thank
you,
you.
TM Asghar.
Thank you. So the word of the day is festive. Festive is related to the festival. In other words, when we wear new clothes, that will be a festive day because we are celebrating our festive day. That's what you want to say. But in my case, my darzi failed and lost the race against the time. Uh, Mine is failed, and there is nothing I can do, but I can't say the same about you. And killing is illegal. DTM Tala knows it very well because in the eyes of the law, there is no sufficient ground to kill your darzi because he hasn't prepared your clothes. And now the second role holder, um, vote counter and do we have a joke masters today, by the way? Because it's written there. Eba is ready as a joke master.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm just give me a couple of minutes. I'm finding out some jokes.
Okay, so do we have TM? We don't have TM Arfa as a listener, so should we move? Uh,
Yeah, I think for now, let's move. If she joins, she'll start the room.
yes, then okay. So we have no choice but to go to the next subsection of the first segment, that is the prepared speeches then. And prepared speech, our first speaker today is TM Wase Ahmed. TM Wase Ahmed, first of all, I would like to thank you for joining us formally as a member of this club. And I was suspect that you won't be able to do it, but you did it, boy. And it is not being a member of this club, it is all about having you among us. Thank you being with us. And our you are the first speaker today, and you will be evaluated by TM Eba Rais Khan. Eba, are you there with the evaluation sheet?
To be honest, I don't have the evaluation sheet right now.
Okay.
And DTM Tala, can you, if you don't mind, can you send me one?
Okay, fine. Let just I'm sending you right now. So keep an
Oh,
eye on your
yes,
WhatsApp.
yes.
Once, so I've sent it to you. It's the first project, Toastmaster Eva. Okay, in this sheet there are two actually, but this is the first speech.
Okay. So DTM, wait. TM Vase is doing GTM Project Speech 1. The title of the speech is Come Back and Am I Sure? The duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. And let me tell you the objectives. There are two objectives basically. The first one is the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her skills as a leader and as a public speaker. And the second one is the purpose of this first speech is for the member to introduce his or her plan and vision. Over to you, TM Asif.
Who
Over
is
to you.
timing? Who is
Yeah.
timing it?
I'm timing. I'm the timer. So yeah, can you see my window, Vase?
I'm spotlighted. Cannot see you.
And I'm raising my virtual hand. Okay, so that should help.
Sure.
Or I can spotlight myself too. Can you see me now? Okay.
I hope I am audible to everyone. My throat dried up. My mouth refused to deliver the words. I couldn't grasp the situation that was around me. I stood in front of 500 people, dumbfounded. I was standing at a closing ceremony of Mind Boggle in 2019. I ended that speech with nonsensical words and I walked off the stage in an embarrassed posture. 23rd February 2019 left a scar on me. Years went by investing in my public speaking fear. I always thought, will I ever be able to overcome that particular scar that was put on me? On 8th October 2024, I received a text from a junior. He said, the current batch at St. Patrick's High School wants your help to reorganize Mind Boggle. Mind Boggle is a mind sports inter-school event that is held by the A levels of St. Patrick's High School since 2009. It is basically divided into two things, Scrabble and chess. When I heard this, I was like, maybe this is the time for that comeback that I was waiting for. I got in touch with that kid. He was an O levels guy. And unfortunately, from the last 6 years, there hasn't been any Mind Boggle. I thought, do I really want this comeback? I had a discussion with him. I told him about the technicalities involved, the associations involved, the logistics involved, and we targeted the last week of February 2025. It took us 3 months just to get the approval for the event. Why? Because the school does not have confidence on the young guns. So why should I? Do I really want that comeback? It's going to be embarrassing. I gave them a roadmap. I said them, do marketing, open your registrations, find a sponsor, get the Scrabble association involved, get the chess association involved. 3 weeks to the event, and I was updated that they have started the marketing, which I could see online. The registrations was open. They found the sponsor great, and the assurance was given to them by Scrabble Association and the Chess Federation. Great. But the problem with my life is that when everything seems to be calm, it's usually the calm before the storm. 2 days later, I was informed that Pakistan Chess Federation is holding its own event on the same date that we wanted to hold our event. And the registrations have already started to come in. We couldn't go back. And we had no other choice as the next month was Ramadan. 10 days to go to the event, and we have a major hiccup. And other association mailed us and refused to collaborate with us. That was a major drawback because we didn't have logistics for it. We didn't have the expertise for it. And with just 1 week left, I realized that now this is enough. Now it's time to make that decision. It's time for the martial law. I organized a meeting with the current core. The current core had 10 to 11 members, and I had a session 3 hours long with them. I personally believe that if I wouldn't have been on a Toastmasters journey, I wouldn't have been able to lead a 3 hour session. With 1 week left, now I started to monitoring everything. I started to monitor the registration. I started to monitor the logistics, all that we need, the marketing part, and if I started to give coaching to the volunteers that are going to get involved in this. And we had almost 30 volunteers, and we needed that number in order to execute it. Just a day before the event, I went to the school. After almost 6 years, everything was aligned. The boards were there, the score sheets, the projectors, the tables, everything was aligned. And I realized that the person that was executing everything for me on the ground has exerted himself so much that he was in fever. He was standing there, but he was in fever. And it was highly unlikely that he was going to attend the event tomorrow. Moreover, he was the backbone of the Scrabble division. He was supposed to be the one who was supposed to handle the software, get the draws, and also manage the arbitration of the Scrabble. I was devastated. Almost 12 hours left for the event. I held my nerves. I did all the essential things that I could. I went back to home. I again had a meeting with all the cores, all the volunteers. But somewhere I was a bit disheartened. I offered my prayers. I went to my bed, laid back, stared at the ceiling. The clock ticked, and I thought, what is supposed to be my next Toastmaster of the day?
Thank you. Thank you, the team leader. Please own this ability. You still have a long way to go. Thank you for your speech. Our next speaker now, DTM Irfan Farooqi will be our second speaker, and DTM Irfan Farooqi will be evaluated by none other than TM Wase Ahmed. TM Wase, do you have the sheet of
Okay,
DTM?
sorry, TM Asghar, sorry to interrupt, but can I tell my jokes at least?
Later on, maybe
Okay, okay.
when we finish this segment, we want to listen DTM Irfan Farooqi now. ESG, a new era. We are curious about this ESG and the new era. DTM Irfan Farooqi, you will be evaluated by TM Wase Ahmed. Wase, are you ready to read the objective? We want the objective of the speech before listening him.
Yes, I have it. Just a minute. Okay. DTM Irfan Faruqi is going to deliver his speech from Level 3, Project 1, Innovative Planning. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing and presenting a proposal.
Okay.
ESG, a new era. ESG, a new era. DTM Irfan Faruqi.
Thank you. First of all, I need to present my screen and I'm not allowed. Please give me the right.
Sir, you should be able to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, now give me a few seconds, please. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Dear fellow Toastmasters, today I'm presenting a project which I aim to implement in my own organization. This is ESG implementation, environment, social governance. So today's presentation would provide a comprehensive guidance on how I plan to do it. And there are multiple methods of doing it. The method that we have adopted, or the standard that we are going to follow, is IFRS standard, and they have two standards, S1 and S2. So we will be using this standard for my organization. And as I said, this would be very specific to paper and paperboard industry. So there are guidance for paper and paperboard industry. We will be utilizing them. This is my today's aim to share these things with you. What is ESG? Before moving to the project, let's have a small understanding. ESG, environment, social governance, it is a criteria that focuses on organization's sustainability and onto the ethical practices done by the organization. Here we are focusing towards three things. Number one is environmental factors of the organization. And the area where there are two areas where we focus. Number one is the emissions or the pollution that we are creating, how we can reduce the pollution. And number two, how can we be more effective on resource usage? So that is the environment part. Coming to the social part, we have to look at two areas. Number one, how is our behavior, how are our practices towards our employees? Their legal rights, their social rights, and treating them as human. That's one thing. The other thing is our interaction with this community overall. People living in our surroundings, people who get in touch with us, like our suppliers, customers. How do we treat the human within the organization and outside the organization? And the third area is the governance area. In the governance, there are two things that we have to focus. Number one, how we are governing the organization itself, means corporate governance policies, board of director policies. Are we implementing those that have been declared by government of Pakistan? So are we implementing those? Number two is how we are managing the environment and the social. So organizations' leadership, how they are playing their role in the success of the organization. This is overall ESG. So environment, and number two is the social aspect, and the number three is the governance aspect. How can we use these ESG? There are multiple reporting standards available. The oldest and quite popular for a long time, but very lengthy process was a GRI process, Global Reporting Initiative. There had been multiple standards in GRI that guided how we can be sustainable, what practice and how should we do it. Another is SASP, Sustainability Accounting Standard Board. Third one is TCFD, Task Force on Climate Related financial disclosure, and then there is ISSB, International Sustainability Standard Board, then CDP, Carbon Disclosure Project, then European Sustainability Report, then United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, UNSDGs. United Nations goals are very popular, but they basically provide basic guidelines for the countries, and then countries follows those policies, and organization align themselves with the country policies. Ultimately, they end up into the UN SDGs. From these, the system that we are going to adopt is ISSP system, and in ISSP, they have given the IFRS S1 and S2 system. So that is the one we have chosen. Now, key ESG factors for the paper and paperboard industry. What we have to do in the paper? Where is the focus for paper? Number one is the forestry area. The paper is basically made out of pulp, and pulp comes out of the woods. So forests, there are two types of forests, commercially grown forests and natural forests. So we don't have to use the wood from natural forest. It must come from the purposefully grown forests. So forestry is a very important area. Number two, water management. When a paper process starts, 95% is water, only 95.5% is water, only 0.5% is pulp. So you can understand how much water is used in it. Number three is waste reduction, and number four is energy efficiency. For a paper mill, these are the four areas where we need to focus upon. So first of all, we have to reduce carbon emissions, and we have to improve on energy use. We have to focus on water consumption and wastewater management. We have to focus on deforestation, and we have to control the waste management in our organization. So here is our 6-month plan, how we are going to do it in our organization. The first month, we'll initiate the project and we'll set up the ESG framework. In this, we have to, first of all, we will create a task force that will perform the gap we will improve on our policies, we'll declare our policies, disclosure policies, and we'll conduct our climate risk. In the 4th month, we'll do the data integration system.
You are mute. You're mute, sir.
Unfortunately, I lost my connection. I am back, and give me a few seconds to re-upload my presentation because unfortunately data connection was lost. So here I was. So in the 4th month, we will be conducting 2 things. Number one is that what is the climate scenario available with us, and then we will integrate our data with ESG formats. In the 5th month, we will start conducting policies, and implementation process will start, and we will prepare our first implementation draft, and then we will perform its internal review and implementation. We will finalize IFRS in the 6th month, and we will submit our report. What we have to do later on is ESG task force, aligning accountability, aligning ESG policies. These are the areas that I have explained, and these are the 3 things that we have to do: identify physical risk, evaluate transition, conduct scenario. Thank you very much for being a good listener to this project. It was difficult to complete everything. Tried to make it as easy as for the listeners. Back to the Toastmaster of the day. Muhammad Asghar, now you are mute.
Thank you, DTM Irfan Farooqi, for this wonderful presentation, especially the concept and making it simple at our level and then conveying your message in such a easy form. It immediately becomes clear to us what this ESG is and the way the companies make their framework, task force, and then the timeline, how they are going to implement it. I think it's a larger part of the green company initiative, maybe, but the corporate world is going far away as compared to the public sector. Public sector is sort of stagnant somewhere. It's a good lesson to be taken from you. Now we will go to the next session. That will be the third speaker from our list. But the third speaker, I can't see the third speaker, so I'll go to the last speaker, the last one, DTM Tala bin Ahmed. Someone writes DTM Tala bin Ahmed. I immediately noted it. So DTM Tala bin Ahmed will be our third speaker, and he will be evaluated by whom, since TM Tehseen Fatima is not here. So Latif,
Yes, Toastmaster Dati.
yeah, Latif, we expect you to describe the objective of the speech before allowing DTM Tala to deliver the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and I will try to meet up your expectations.
You are not audible. Your voice is coming nevertheless, but you are not audible.
Okay.
No. You're mute now. You are mute.
Am I audible now? Am I okay?
You have to say a couple of sentences in order to take a verdict from me.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I will try to meet up the expectations and will give the project evaluation of our distinguished Toastmaster Tala bin Ahmed. DTM Tala, your camera has to be horizontal. Yes.
Let me try to fix that.
Yes. By the time I'll just introduce your project.
Sure.
Okay. So DTM Talha bin Hamid is embarking on presentation mastery, level 1, project 3. This is all about introduction to vocal variety and body language. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. But let me interrupt before I go a little further. I might be knowing DTM Talha delivering so many speeches. So I will try to take up the challenge, and I will have both vocal variety and body language both into the evaluation. Yeah. And timer, can I ask someone else to time, please? Or
I can time the speech, but I don't know how to show the colors, different colors.
Okay. So I'll time the speech, DTM Tala, or
okay, what I'll do is I'll put up the timer since I'm logging in through the phone for the speech. So I'll put up my own timer.
Okay.
And yeah. Just give me a few moments for that.
It's okay, boss. I'll take care of this. DTM Tala, let me have the timer.
Yeah, I have the timer now. So
okay. So 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid. Speech title: The Uncle on the Bicycle. The Uncle on the Bicycle. Distinguished Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid. Over to you.
Okay. Am I audible and visible? Can you confirm? Okay. There have been many tyrants and murderers in history. Genghis Khan, Hitler, Mussolini, Idi Amin, the pharaohs. These are the ones we know of. But there are quite a few whom we don't know anything about. And their atrocities on humanity remain unnoticed. The one I'm going to talk about today is someone called James Starling. He was an English inventor and scientist. And the atrocity that he committed on humanity and onto me personally is unspeakable. You would be wondering, what did he do? Let me tell you. He thought it was a good idea to put gears on a bicycle. He is the culprit. Now, why would one want gears on a bicycle? A bicycle is supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be straightforward. But no, we have to complicate everything. Next thing we know, bicycles will require a Wi-Fi connection as well. How many of you, ladies and gentlemen, have ridden a bicycle? Raise of hands. All right. In Karachi, riding a bicycle is like walking on the street without clothes. You are exposed, you're scared, you're ridiculed, you're sighted. How did it come to this? I used to ride a bicycle in my childhood in Quetta, and I grew quite adept at it. But then I came to Karachi to study chartered accountancy. And do you notice how few bicycles there are on the road in Karachi? Yes, this city, besides being sad, depressing, actively hostile, also boasts one more feature. It is completely incompatible with bicycles. In January 2019, I went on a district leadership training in Vietnam. And there they gave us a tour. And that tour included riding a bicycle along the Mekong River. I am very proud to report that my colleague that day with me, DTMZ Thalia, refused to ride the bicycle. But I took it up. And we had 3 district leaders from Australia who, despite being 20 years older than us in age, just hopped on the bicycles as if they do it all the time, because they do it all the time. But ladies and gentlemen, your representative here not only rode the bicycle successfully, but he also left them behind. And that may be the only recorded instance in history where a Pakistani beat an Australian in any sport. Encouraged by that experience, I came back to Karachi and decided that, yes, I needed bicycles back in my life. So I bought one. And I thought it would be as simple as ABC. The bike in Australia did not have gears. It was exactly similar to the Sorab cycles we used to have in our childhood. But this one, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news, you cannot buy a gearless bicycle in Karachi. So I had to buy it. It looked very thin and sporty and sleek. Everything I'm not. I looked at it, tried to sit on it. And I had another discovery. The bike may be for adults, but the seat is made for kids. And the seat sank into my bottom and did unspeakable things. I've discovered body parts I never knew I had because they started aching after 1 minute on that bicycle seat. And then I tried to pedal it and move forward. And it vibrated, it refused to budge. My son shouted, Baba, you're not in the right gear. Oh, damn. Okay, I pressed the lever to get it into gear, but still wouldn't budge. My son shouted, Baba, you have to press the gear and press that other gear simultaneously to put it in gear. Breaking news, gears in bicycles are way more complicated than they are in cars. Still, I got to move and finally started making some progress. A little unsteady at first, but after a while, the bike and I found each other, adjusted to each other, and I got to the main road. And I thought my problems were over, but in fact, they had just started. Cause traffic. In Karachi, traffic moves in all directions simultaneously. If you're on a one-way road, you can count that there will be 10 people coming from the wrong side. And as soon as I got on the road, I heard a shout, Uncle, watch out! The part I hate the most. Even people your age call you uncle now. And I looked around, there was a bicycle and there was a motorcycle behind me, a car creeping up behind me, and one rickshaw coming from the front. So I twisted the handle and tried to just drive the bike on the left corner, away from any incident. But then what to do? Because there was a fruit cart right in front of me, and I crashed straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not give up. I continued to ride. I continue to ride even today, even though I feel exposed and in danger. But one thing is for sure, I never stop remembering Jack Starley every time I ride a bike. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Tala, for your speech. I will never forget your description of bicycle's seat, the agony and the pain I was feeling while you are describing the size of the seat and your struggle with it. Yeah, thank you very much for your speech indeed. With this, since we don't have the fourth speaker, I would like to
Master
finish
Ajay,
this.
I would like to share something with you guys. Although this was supposed to be part of my speech, but it had to require screen sharing, and I did not. I wasn't able to. So it's just to share the creativity of the Gen Alpha that I was working with. It's just a 40-second clip. So if I could share with it, I could share with you guys, please. I hope everybody can see this.
Two games that map the mind. One a battlefield where strategy marches in cold precision. The other a playground where words twist and tumble. Where a pawn's sacrifice can rewrite destiny. Where a single letter turns loss into praise. Both demand patience, calculation, courage to risk it all for a fleeting moment of brilliance. And yet, it's not just about the brilliance, it's about beating yourself. The clock ticks. Your
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So, uh, well, coming to the Ramzan, coming to the theme, I was thinking that there is one aspect of Ramzan that the people who are living in the city usually ignore it. That is the last time rush of passengers leaving their hometown, how many of you experienced this? Or you just heard it from or watch it in the TV or read it in the newspaper? How many of you experienced it? Well, it means Irfan Farooqi is not from Lahore city indeed. Because those people who are not from the city and was about to go to their hometown experience this rush. Now, the
No,
Friday was the
let me,
last working day.
can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. My factory is outside of Lahore. I live in
Hmm.
Lahore. Every day I have to go on the highway to the factory. And on the last working day, when we come back to Lahore city, we can easily see what is the road on the load of the people on the roads, cars, and at the exit of the city point, there is a bus stand, and hundreds of people are standing over there, and hundreds of cars we witness going out of the Lahore. That is why I have a very strong observation of what happens on the last day.
Okay, thank you, Irfan Farooqi, for your observation. What I'm thinking is about those passengers who are going through. I mean, we are the passive observer of the people who are taking the buses. I mean, railway station. There's a lot of rush in both stations. For the people who are heading their hometown, of course, with dream in their eyes to meet with their loved one on the day of Eid. One of the problem that they will face making efforts for the tickets or simply a space in the buses. Um, Now there is a interesting thing in my childhood. It is sort of a guilty pleasure. I enjoyed this hustle and bustle of the rush in the terminal and wanted the bus to be late, delay, so that we could enjoy more around the terminal, buy things and eating them around. Now, of course, at this age, it is quite reverse, but at that time, it was quite enjoyable. Yesterday, when I saw some children leaving for Punjab in a bus terminal, I just recalled my own childhood, how it was how it was an interesting time for a child to be in the crowded without realizing the agony of their parents that they are trying to get a place for their hometown. Now, this is another aspect of the Eid, which is experienced by those people like DTM Irfan Farooqi who are moving to and fro in the center of the city from the suburb, or the people who are leaving the cities for their hometown. But I will talk about it later on. Now we will go to our next session, table topic session. Omar Khayyam, are you there?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I'm available.
Yes, you are not as audible as you should be.
Is it
I can
audible now?
hear. Yes,
Hello,
yes,
one, two,
yes,
three, one, two.
but you are not visible.
No visible, please, if it's possible. I think
Okay.
It's
it
all
will.
right. It's all right.
Uh,
Oh
can I
yes,
interrupt again by saying that I'm the joke master? So
oh yes.
let
Go
me.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters, when is the best time to ask a horse a question? When is the best time to ask a horse a question? During Q&A. What did one triangle say to the other triangle on Valentine's Day? What did one triangle say to the other triangle on Valentine's Day? You are acute. That's about it.
So thank you, Eba. Now over to you, Khayyam.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. As we approach the beautiful occasion of Eid al-Fitr, a celebration filled with joy, spirituality, and heartfelt connections, let us immerse ourselves in today's table topics. Eid is a time to reflect on kindness, cherish memories, and embrace traditions that make life festive. In the spirit of this special day, tomorrow, these prompts will take us on a journey of nostalgia and thoughtfulness. Please remember to weave in the word of the day festive while you share your reflections. Okay, we have a little less number of people. So I see Toastmaster Ubaid Bilgrami. Sir, are you available?
Yes, I am available.
So your prompt is tomorrow is Eid and you have 5,000 rupees in your pocket in 500 denominations for giving Eid to children. You go to a home of your relative and see his small children. The family is a little needy, meaning they require some financial assistance as well. Somehow, your old friend of 1 month, excuse me, there is a phone call. Okay, not from you guys. Okay, we will go again. So the family needs some money as well. The children are needy. But your old friend, which was absent in the month of Ramzan, comes to you and tells you in your ear that do not give them Eid. You side in favor of your friend, also known as the devil. Now, please give arguments in favor of not giving Eid to children, especially the ones who actually need it on Eid. Over to you, Toastmaster Ubaid Bilgrami.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for giving me such a complex situation where I have to side with the devil. I have to play the devil's advocate. Well, being there, seeing the family members, I realized that the children and the family is in need. However, they have a self-respect. They have a matter of their self-prestige. So having encountered that, I just recalled the advice of the friend that was given to me that do not give them ED. I first of all just sat there and met with them and greeted and enjoyed their greetings and made a clear sense of it why my friend has given me this advice to go against giving them the ED which they very well needed. So playing that idea, pondering over that idea, I came to know that the family was in need truly. However, they were a self-righteous people and they had their own prestige with them. And the kids were in need, but they were not demanding any aid. So this was the decisive moment for me to get wise to the real acute need of it. And this festive season demands me to distribute happiness by sharing, by giving away EDs. But however, there are certain lines that we have to settle, that we have to toe in order to actually make sense of giving prestige or respect to others. So there I realized giving ED is kind of sense of support to them, and the actual sense of ED would die away if I give ED in a sense of giving help to them. So why not I just don't I not give them ED and instead I I provide them any other opportunity there when they come to my home. I give this. So this is what I thought that my friend was rightly advising me because he knew the actual situation of the family. And to honor, to maintain the honor of the family, I decided to go in favor of my friend's advice. And instead of giving them easy, I just hugged them. I treated them well, and I invited them back to my home. And there I decided to give them back what my heart really wanted to do. And that's how I would handle the situation. I hope I did justice. Thank you very much. Back to the table topic master.
Okay. Can DTM Tala, are you the one who is noting the timing? Anybody who is noting the timing? I'm sorry to put it on you. No? Anybody
Yes,
who is not?
DTM Kala is doing it. DTM Kala
Oh,
is doing.
okay. He's not audible. Okay, okay. We will move on. We will move on. Okay. Keeping with the scenario of spiritual warfare after Ramzan, the one of the parents of the children who DTM previous DTM failed to give Eid has some counter thoughts as well. The devil comes to the parent of the people of the children towards which TM Ubaid Bilgrami did not give Eid, and he induces them into thoughts of character assassination of the person who did not give Eid. So I will ask TM Arfa to character assassinate TM Obad Bilgrami of not giving Idi to his or her children. Over to you, TM Arfa. TM Arfa, are you available? Okay, I think she's not available. Who else we have? Any volunteers to character assassinate TM Obad? Okay, request TM Hiba, if you can put in a put in a few bad words for TM Obad.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but I'm already juggling two more roles apart from
Okay,
joke
okay.
master. So I was half listening to what
Okay, no
TM
issue, no
Dad
issue.
was
We can
saying.
move forward. We can ask TM Amara. No?
Yes, I was thinking to volunteer. Okay. Yes. So, yeah, today Ubaid Sahab visited our house, and I was really expecting that he would give some Eid to my children. But I'm amazed why he didn't do that. I know that he is able to, and I remember the times when he used to give us a very splendid kind of Eid in the past. And I had asked, and I told my children that uncle is coming and he will give some Eid to us. And I had also asked them not to spend that money on other things and give it to me. I have to manage some of the things at home during Eid, and I just had planned to spend that money in that sense. But I'm really, wonder why Ubaid Bhai didn't do that. Um, yeah, I will ask him someday when he's, there, that my children were very depressed, and they were very disappointed. And I also thought that maybe so I would not say that he did very bad thing and he's a very bad person. Of course, I know him personally, and we have been in, with each other in, family relationship. But maybe he's angry, or maybe he wants to give this CD to someone else. So next time when he comes, I'll just try to ask subtly what happened actually. So thank you so much. Over to you, table topping master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amara, for resisting the devil. Yeah, successfully resisted the devil today. Okay, now we will shift towards the other side of this warfare. We will go towards the angel side, and we will ask TM Latif, if he is available, to please share us a moment of unexpected kindness that was unforgettable in his life. TM Latif, please.
Thank you, table topic master. The unforgettable kindness. I believe one thing which I really learned is, or I don't know, maybe I think it is in my DNA. I've always heard my father saying, my mom, I forgot today. I forgot today. So this thing which I learned from my father was that you forget and forgive everyone. You don't keep everything in your heart. Maybe that is the point of the moment. And that really happened, fellow audience. One day my wife wore a Western dress, which was little bit of more of what we have seen in our area, our world, the pregnant women's wear. It's like, little broader. But it was a fashion in here in the Arab world. So she wore, and someone just taunted her. She did not sleep the whole night. And I was saying, that lady said and left. It's okay. Maybe her intention was just to make a fun for that 1 minute, or maybe that second. So that kind thing which my father acted, actually, I really love the way, if we say, I forgot, I did not notice. Really, you mean that way? And sometimes people who come and say, sorry, I feel it's fine. So that one kind act of my father, I am living it till today. it happens to me in my work days also. People say that, the manager has not been treated you well, or you should be given more opportunities and everything. But I say, maybe this is what I have it, and I don't want, maybe that this is all what is in my destiny. And this little act of forget and forgive helps me longer way, gives me more smile and enjoy being who am I. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay. If we still have time, can we go for more? Toastmaster of the day.
Yes, I think Arfa is back if you want to try.
Okay. Okay. So
Arfa, are
this
you back?
is
Arfa, you can attempt.
okay. I'll put in the prompt.
Yeah, she's there. She's
She's
there.
available. She can take over. Okay. The next one is
I
going
have
to be
already taken a role.
yes, yes. You are audible. TM Alpha. Okay. The next prompt is a little tough. Please share with us the most pleasant smell you have experienced in your life other than food. Please describe the story behind that smell. Any volunteers? I know this is a tough one, so I'm going to ask people if someone want to share their smell experience of pleasant smell, not the bad one. Okay, I'll go again for TM Arfa. She is saying voice is breaking. Please share with us the story of the most pleasant smell you have experienced in your life, except for a food smell. Over to you, TM Arfa. Okay, TM Arfa is not audible. We will move towards someone else. I request there are three options DTM Tala, TM Asghar, DTM Irfan, TM Vase. So I will go towards TM Vase. Share with us any smell. Okay, not the most beautiful. It can be good or bad. I'll make it easy for you. But it should not be of food.
Fine, let's coming towards me. The best when I could smell is always food. One reason is one reason is because I have sinuses, so I have problem in smelling things. Majority of the time, I am not able to smell things. Even the cologne that I am putting on my clothes and all that, I cannot even smell that too. But it might look like uh, devotional or anything, but the most special smell that I like is the one that comes from my mother's dupatta. I don't know if you guys ever smelled it, but that is the best fragrance. I don't know from where it comes from, but that's the best one. And trust me, I always have one of her dupatta in my closet. Or even when I'm every time when I'm even traveling, I have her dupatta with me because its smell just is awesome. Otherwise, trust me, I cannot smell anything. I'm usually using nebulizers even in Ramzan to just open my nose and everything. I am really not able to smell other things. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Vase, for the wonderful effort, even though you are unable to spell anything. And sometimes we wish for things which we cannot do or experience. These are our desires to have something which we cannot get. Okay. The next prompt is mention an Eid which was most memorable to you in your entire life. Any nostalgic memory of Eid will also suffice. DTM Irfan Faruqi, would you share your experience?
In our childhood time, the best festive moment were the Eid moment. And where we used to live, it was a government officers' colony, as my father was a government officer. And in that colony, there was a huge ground. And that ground was used for Eid prayers. Multi-thousand people used to perform Eid prayer there. And it was our habit that we all family members would go to that place. And when we used to come back, we receive Eid, and that was a childhood money. We occasionally got that sort of money, but on Eid, yes, we had some money. And on that ground, on the surroundings of all those areas, there were small stalls offering food, toys, games, like a mela. What happened that once in our childhood, me and my younger sister, we went to a friend's home and we all decided that let's go to the party. And we all went there. We had some money, and there was a very particular thing that I liked. That is called katlama. I don't know what you call it, but it is a huge size of bread like a pizza, and that is fried in oil. And it was very, it hot level was too high. I liked it, so I ate it. I ate it. We all enjoyed, and when we were coming back, my sister touched her ears and said, "Oh, I have lost my earrings. Mother had given it to me." What would I tell her? A huge ground. We tried to find out. We failed. Very desperate, very weeping mode, very crying mode. We came back. We first we went to our friend's home. And when we were coming back, friend's mother said, "Tallat, you had put your earrings with me so that you don't lose it. So take your earrings." Oh, earrings were over there. I still remember 60 years ago, this event would have happened. Back to you, table topic master.
Okay. I think we can have one more topic which we can do in the allotted time. So the topic of this table topic is what are best places for children entertainment to take them on Eid in Karachi? What are the best entertainment places? We can Google it as well, but I want your opinion. I would request the oldest Karachiite in the club, rather person who is living in Karachi of the club, DTM Talha, to please advise the whole club where to take your children in Karachi during Eid. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Tala, DTM Tala. You are not visible. Please, audible. You're not audible. Please unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes. Yes, please. You are.
Okay. So thank you, Toastmaster Umar Khayyam. I believe this is an attempt from your side to extract some valuable knowledge so that you can apply this on yourself and your children. I have a different perspective about visitations on Eid. I believe that we should devote some time to visiting those relatives and those friends, and those acquaintances that have been a valuable part of our lives at some point, and now they're out of touch. I believe more time should be devoted to visiting those people on Eid. Because see, we meet our friends, our colleagues, our relatives all the time, right? And of course, there's the customary pilgrimage to Susural by every husband on Eid morning. So, without going much deeper into that, we visit Susural often enough. But what we don't, people that we don't visit on this festive occasion or ever, which is the relatives that have been long lost touch with, or our ex-colleagues that we had a very good relationship in our previous organization, but now since then we've lost. or there may be people, especially among our extended family, who may be needy, and we need to check out on them. Because paradoxically, I don't know if it's true for everyone else, but it's true for me. I am more in touch with friends than I am in touch with our extended family. When my father was alive, he used to take special care that we remained in touch with his extended family, and he used to visit them regularly. But unfortunately, I believe that culture is diminishing now with the passing of this generation. And we and our children are not greatly bothered about people that matter or once mattered to us. I believe our primary relation should be to visit such people that we've lost touch with. Over to you, tabletop experts.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Tala, for channeling in your angelic side in this world of spiritual warfare. Do we have time for one more or we are done? May I ask the table Toastmaster of the day? Okay, we can have one more. Okay, I will give another opportunity. Someone who can channel their dark side for tomorrow's visiting for people who are not who do not have relatives in a city. Where would you take those people, your children, for entertainment? Can anybody volunteer for this topic? May I request TM Hiba? She is also an old soul and visitor of Karachi. Very experienced visitor and traveler in Karachi. TM Hiba, please over to you.
Can you repeat your question? Because, I mean, statement again, if you don't.
Please advise your club members where to take your children on Eid for entertainment other than your relatives.
Okay. Fellow Toastmaster, and the word of the day is
Festive.
Festive.
festive. Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and no guests, being a Karachiite, uh, I have all many of my relatives have migrated abroad though, but still some remain in Karachi. Although coming back to the question, um, if I do not have relatives living in Karachi, so I would suggest that it's better if one, tries to explore the old parts of Karachi, old parts of Karachi where all the historical monuments are, such as, the St. Patrick's Church, the St. Patrick's Church, and Qaid-e-Azam's mausoleum, and such places. And there's one route one can take. Sorry, the if you all have heard of Super Savari Express, so Super Savari Express has, it's a very I've used that availed that service once. I've availed that service once, so with my parents and a friend. So it takes you through all the historical sites of Karachi and shows you all the importance of those historical sites which have played a part in the development of Karachi. And it shows you a very positive aspect of the side of Karachi. And it shows you a very positive aspect of the side of Karachi. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hiba Khan, for your wonderful advice of where to visit and take your children on Eid. With this, I would like to
Although,
end.
sorry, it's a bit expensive. Sorry, it can become a bit costly, but still, it's worth the hassle, because, you know, it shows you a very positive aspect of Karachi. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hiba. You can share your thoughts on the WhatsApp chat as well. I would, at least I would certainly would like to take up your advice. And as I am not a very native of Karachi like you, with this, we will end the table topic discussions session. And I would like to bid everybody Eid Mubarak. And I pray that all of us take the piety which we have obtained in the Ramzan Mubarak to rest of the year as well. And may we win this spiritual warfare which every one of us encounter every day. Over to you, over to you, Toastmaster of the day, TM Maskar.
Thank you, Omar. Yeah, go ahead. You're mute.
Yeah,
Did you?
sorry, Toastmaster of the day. I would just interrupt the proceedings to float the polls for the best speaker and best table topics. Best speaker is straightforward, but best table topics, I'll request everyone to vote for their two favorite speakers so that we can have a result. Because there were too many speakers and we don't have that many people in attendance. So first, I'm floating the poll for the best speaker. After that, I'm float the poll for best table topics. In best table topics, please vote for two of your favorites. Now, over to you.
Thank you, DTM Tala. Your interruption will not snatch the opportunity from me to be thankful to Omar Khayyam for this wonderful session. Revolves around Eid. And but I would like to take your argument which you delivered during table topic session, visiting our friends during Eid. I can see some issues over here. For example, visiting the graves of our deceased loved one, number one. Number two, the second day of the Eid, visiting our parents, grandparents, and in-laws. I believe some of us, especially Latif Mansoor, participants like Latif Mansoor is been deprived by such opportunities. Those people who are outside of the borders and living there, they can't visit their in-laws. I mean, what a pleasure I have for him. And there are certain things, I mean, the people who are living from the other side of the border can't do. Because, but yes, overall, I agree that it's an opportunity to evaluate ourselves with regard to the relationship that we lost or about to lost them. Talking about the evaluation, today our journal evaluator is Eba Rais Khan, and we are almost entering our last segments, which is journal evaluation, and Eba will lead the journal evaluation session as journal evaluator. Eba, over to you.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters, this time I'm ready, unlike my table topic speech. So, general evaluation is quite a vital component to the Toastmaster session. It is the third part of any session. It provides fruitful evidence, a fruitful evaluation of the speakers to the audience. And it is divided into three parts. The first would be the prepared speech evaluation. The second will be the table topic evaluation. And the fourth will be the report from the facilitators. So the first will be the prepared speech evaluation. So the first speaker was TM Wase Ahmed, and I was his evaluator. So TM Wase, your evaluation is as follows. What I liked about your speech was that you had a good story from your life to narrate and which we could connect to. You had good confidence and clarity during the time you spoke, and there was no sign of hesitation or nervousness. You had good eye contact during the time you spoke, and I found you constantly looking at the camera. There were good pauses in between your speech, which is an indication of a good speaker. However, like every speech, there were some areas of improvement which you should take into account. Firstly, you should have incorporated vocal variety to bring more interest. Secondly, since it is a DTM project, you should have use more hand and body gestures to express yourself during the time you spoke. Thirdly, you should have covered the speaking area a bit more. Fourthly, since it was a personal narrative of yours, you could have used more facial expressions to express yourself. Facial expressions, as in, like the way you are doing, like facial expressions you should have been more expressive during the time you spoke. Rather, I should put it that way. And overall, it was a pretty good effort, pretty good speech. And with improvements, you can definitely improve in your next project. Okay. Now, the second speaker was DTM Irfan Faruqi. I call upon his evaluator, TM Wase Ahmed. So, TM Wase, the floor is yours, virtual floor.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I hope I'm audible to everyone. DTM Irfan Faruqi. Definitely ESG is the most talked thing of the town in the corporate sector today. So it was great to have a briefing from you, what it is and how you delivered a comprehensive presentation. What I liked about your speech was the flow of your presentation. You started explaining what ESG eventually is. Then you went on to the key ESG factors, and then you went on to the implementation part. The second thing which I liked was that you used relevant pictures that captivated us, and you used minimal descriptions. You didn't went for long descriptions, you went for keywords and small descriptions, which is the best way to use the slides. The third thing which I liked was that your vocal tone was very smooth. In a presentation, I cannot expect someone to give a lot of vocal variety, going high pitch and going low pitch, because of course you are giving in a professional environment, you are giving this presentation. So you can't corroborate a lot of vocal variety in it. And you were very clear with your words and they were understandable. So full points for that. Things which could be improved was that I realized at certain places the text in the slides had almost similar colors. Although it was yellow and green, but it should be in contrast. Like white and black, it should be that level of contrast. So I think here you should check upon those colors. The second thing, which was evident to everybody, maybe it happened because of the lack of internet, that we realized that in the end, you rushed over the conclusions. You went very quick over the last slides. So overall, a very good presentation, a good vocal variety, good use of slides, good descriptions, just better use of colors in the slides, and also make it more, I would say, plan it more efficiently to finish it in 5 to 7 minutes time. That's from my side. Thank you.
Okay. The third speaker was DTM Talha. And who was the TM Latif was the evaluator, right? Okay.
Yes.
So TM Latif, the virtual floor is yours.
Am I audible? Thank you, General Evaluator. It's always a pleasure to evaluate Distinguished Toastmaster Talab bin Hamid's speech. You all, as a member of this club, are, I'm sure, certain that how meticulously he picks up any of the topic which we runs through a daily life and deliver a amazing, well-crafted speech. So today the project was all about vocal variety and body language, which is a level 1 project 3 speech, where you have to make sure that the speaker makes a preparation or a practice for body language or vocal variety. So DTM Talhab, let me announce this first and all, that you completed the project with amazing numbers. But I feel, and I wanted to add more, what I loved about your speech. First and foremost was the humor, the audience attraction, how comfortable you were with the audience, how comfortable the story was connected with the audience, the eye contact, the expressions, the body language, the vocal variety when your son asked you to change up the gears, and then you reacted, and the moment where the vocal variety was used, where others called you as uncle and you did not feel comfortable. These were the things which I really loved it, and it is the main essence of today's speech, which you have practiced and delivered very well. Now, when I come to the story, this is just an area of improvement, which it is according to my assumption. You started with a very hard ruling people, like you name few who has make a embark on many of the lives. But is James Starlin has made that effort to you or the others by announcing that geared in the cycle? I would have suggested that his name should have come at the end, and I said at at at, at a protest with all those people who are struggling with the cycle, I will write an article that why you decided to have. Second and foremost, I feel that you had a lot of areas where you started a story and you did not end it. Like, for example, you did not like the time when the others said uncle to you. What happened when you crushed the vegetable, the cart? Because I feel that, that more humor could have added. Like, for example, you are on virtual stage. As you hit the vegetable cart, you would have said, you would have showed something on that way. Plus, what was his reaction? What was his reaction towards the? So that story should end. Anything which is very apt for the audience, I feel that there should be an end to the story. Last but not the least, Pakistan beat Australia was an amazing thing. But you said Pakistani have beaten Australian. Now I think you should have added to more humor, saying now I think the whole down under, New Zealand is also over Pakistan. That's it. It was amazing. I loved your speech. Keep rocking. Over to you, our general evaluator.
Okay. So timer have all the prepared speech evaluators qualified. Are the prepared speech evaluators qualified?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the second segment. I suppose we don't have a table topic evaluator, right?
We don't. We can pass it.
Okay. So now I move on to the report from the facilitator. So the first report will be from the grammarian, that is TM Amra Yunus.
Thank
So
you
please,
so
TM
much.
Amra.
Thank you, TM Hiba. Yes, so as I told earlier, I noted down the good use and not so good use of sentences, phrases, or words. I'm happy to share that there are so many words and sentences and phrases which were used very meticulously, and I'm really happy to share them. So someone said my mouth refused, dumbfounded. So I'm just listing down all those examples. Nonsensical words left a scar, a major hiccup, highly unlikely. I was devastated, laid back, the clock ticked, usage. Um, how do we treat human? Lengthy process, out of pulp, nevertheless, embarking on, remain unnoticed, supposed to be straightforward, ridiculed, back in my life, started aching, way more complicated, passive observer. Let us immerse ourselves, journey of nostalgia, devil's advocate, self prestige, decisive moment, will suffice, customary pilgrimage, vital component. Yes, and there were a few which could have been improved, like the pronunciation of among. It was said among, so it is among. um, he was in O levels guy. It should have been he was an O level guy. Used so there was one of the instance where used was used in the major was used in two sentences one another after one another. So we could choose some other vocabulary, some synonym of it, so that it does not look very much uh, repeatedly, one after another. Yeah. So if there was a sentence, if I wouldn't have been TM, I wouldn't have been. So the correct use would have been that if I hadn't been TM, I wouldn't have been like this. You would be wondering what he do. So you would be wondering what he did actually would be the right one. Uh, in a bus terminal, there was a phrase, it should have been at a bus terminal. There was a sentence, you don't lose it. So it would be you don't lose it. Side of Karachi, there was this was a phrase, this should have been sight of Karachi. Um, and the last one, there were the things I loved it. So there were the things I loved. There was no need of it there. When we come towards the usage of festive words, so what I put here and noted down, it was TM Asghar, Omar who used it, and DTM Irfan. Maybe I, could not, listen or note down more, but I noted down very clearly. So thank you so much. Over to you, journal evaluator, TM Heba.
Okay. Now it's time for the report from the timer. DTM Tala, can we have your report?
Yes, my report is very short. Every speaker was within time except you as evaluator, who did not meet your minimum time.
Yes, unfortunately. Okay. So now it's the time. I would ask for the report from the listener. TM Arfa. Arfa.
Yes.
So can
Am I
you
audible?
please?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So first of all, I'm very sorry I was called two times for table topic, but I didn't participate, and I really apologize for that. And there is only two reasons I avoid table topic during the meeting. The first is the fear of public speaking, especially in impromptu situations, and secondly, the worry of mispronouncing a word. While I do practice with seniors sometimes, and so I have never gathered the courage to participate in a meeting. So moving forward, sorry for I joined late meeting, and when I even didn't introduce my listener role, when I joined, Toastmaster Wase was about to finish his speech. So my first question is that who said this ethical practice is done by organization?
DTM Irfan Farooq.
Ethical, yeah, that's true. The corporate is going far away. Corporate is going far away.
Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar.
Who said this?
Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar.
Yeah. Yeah, to Toastmaster Muhammad Ashar. Who challenged whom during the meeting? Who challenged whom during the meeting?
It is like it is almost
table
like
topic
Ashar.
master.
No,
No,
Obaid,
table topic.
I think Obaid was challenged by whom? I just forgot.
Amra.
Amra,
No,
yes.
no.
By table
Uh,
topic master.
Yeah, it was table topic master who challenged everyone, I believe.
Yeah.
Who challenged whom during the meeting?
Yes.
Toastmaster Latif challenged DTM Talaha. And what was that challenge? Toastmaster Latif challenged DTM Talaha. And what was the challenge?
How can I give a challenge to
You
Yeah,
did.
challenge
You
him.
did. Yeah.
No, just to that was in my evaluation.
Yes.
No.
No.
No
Introducing. When you were
When you were
introducing.
introducing his,
Yeah.
as you know that his project was about vocal variety, and you challenge him.
Yeah. I challenge myself actually that I will evaluate DTM Talha on his vocal variety and body language. Please don't put me on this spot. I will be.
Okay.
It was I
And
challenged
who?
myself. Sorry, Arfa. Sorry. I challenged myself. Sorry, DTM Talha. Nothing like that.
Come on, you can challenge. There's no big deal. Okay?
Okay, he is the culprit. Who said this? He is the culprit.
DTM Tala.
Yeah, DTM Talha. Okay. As simple as ABC. As simple as ABC.
DTM Talha.
Yeah, DTM Talha. Okay. Someone said traffic move in all direction. I think so. It's easy to guess that, but
Talha.
yeah,
Talha.
Yes.
it's easy to guess. But where traffic move in all direction? Where traffic move in all direction? Someone said, as you know,
Karachi.
DTM said traffic move in all direction. My question is, where traffic move in all direction?
Karachi.
Yeah, Karachi. Okay. Someone said just share creativity. Just share creativity.
Wase said it.
Yeah, Toastmaster Wazi Ahmed said this. Okay. Every day I have to go. You have to fill the blank, okay? Every day I have to go dash to go to the factory. As you know, DTM Irfan said this. Fill the blank. Every day I have to go dash to go to the factory.
DTM Irfan.
Outside
From
city.
home.
Outside city.
Outside.
From home to
No.
the factory. From Lahore to the
Outside.
Out of town.
No.
On the bus.
He said, every day I have to go highway to go to the factory.
through highway, yes.
Through highway to the factory. Okay. What was the first table topic question asked by table topic master?
Too difficult.
It was a
It
scenario
was,
where he
yeah.
asked, it was a scenario where he asked Toastmaster where to imagine that he went somewhere and he decided not to give Edie.
Though he had it.
He had 5,000 rupees.
Long topic,
500
even
rupee
I
dog.
don't remember that topic. That was too long. Okay.
No. The question was The question was. What was the question? Okay, I have to see myself. Argue against giving Eid to children, especially the ones who actually need it. That was the question, rather a table topic, and the scenario was given to make the story more interesting for everybody.
Okay. Okay. What Toastmaster Latif learned from his father? What Toastmaster Latif learned from his father?
I forgot. Keep forgetting. Keep forgetting.
Yeah, two things.
Never lie and enjoy the moments.
Forget and forgive everyone. Forget
Okay.
and forgive everyone. Okay. Who didn't sleep whole night? As Toastmaster Latif told us, who is the person who didn't sleep whole night?
His
He
wife.
Her
talked about
wife.
his mother.
His wife. His wife.
His wife.
वो भी माँ जैसी है.
Toastmaster, is your wife or your father? Who is that person?
My wife, my wife.
Okay, okay. What did I say when I was called for the table topic for the first time? What did I say when I was called for the table topic the first time?
Said
Voice
nothing.
is breaking.
What
Voice
did
is
Hiba?
breaking.
Voice is breaking.
No,
You said you are listener.
Yes.
no, I said
I have
I've already
multiple
taken a
roles.
role. I said I have already taken a role. Okay. After whose speech was I called for the table topic for the first time? After whose speech was I called for the table topic for the first time?
Where
You
DT
said
Ubaid,
who me?
Toastmaster Ubaid's speech.
Yeah, Toastmaster Best speech. That's true. What question did the table topic master ask DTM Talha? What question did the table topic master ask DTM Talha?
Where should we take our kids to on Eid?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, that was it. Where
The
we
place
should
to
take
go.
our
The
on
And
place to
Toastmaster
go.
Amar, Toastmaster
Sam,
Amar, you're supposed to stay quiet because you know the answer. So
I am just reinforcing my questions.
Yeah. Question was that what are the best entertainment places for children in Karachi?
TM
Already
Arfa,
told
what did
you
you say
after
TM Arfa, what did you say when you were asked for table topic for the first time? I didn't get
I
your.
said I've already taken a role of listener, so give the chance that who has not who had opportunity to speak yet.
Okay,
So,
okay. Very well articulated.
who said spiritual warfare?
Toastmaster Umar.
Toastmaster.
Toastmaster us.
Umar Khayyam.
No, spiritual warfare.
Umar Khayyam
Who
said.
said?
Toastmaster Asgar. Toastmaster
Umar.
Asgar.
No,
I
no.
said it. Spiritual warfare. I said it.
Table topic master said it.
Thank you.
Okay, who was the first or the last table topic speaker? Who was the first?
First was
DTM
Ubaid.
Ubaid was first
Yeah,
and
first was
Toastmaster Hiba was the last.
Yeah, Hiba was the last. Okay. Very native like you. Whom did the table topic master say it to? Very native like you.
DTM Tala.
Talha.
No, no. Very native like you. Table topic master said Hiba. During last table topic speech. Sorry, after last speech. Okay, I feel you have lot part to start the story but not end. Who said this? I feel you have lot part to start the story but not end.
That was Latif.
Toastmaster Latif.
Yes. And who said I love your speech?
Everyone
I
says
said
that.
it. I said it.
Every,
No.
but no, not everyone. I love your speech. I think so. Just Toastmaster Latif said this.
Yeah.
Way more complicated. Who said this? Way more complicated.
Normally it
TM.
is word of Talha. Normally Talha
No.
uses this word.
Yeah, the TM Tala.
No. Toastmaster Amra. Way
I
more
said,
complicated.
when I was
Yeah.
giving report of grammar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The last one is what did Toastmaster Wase Ahmed say when he was called for table topic? What did Toastmaster Ahmed say when he was called for table topic?
He's
Who
talked
is
about his
Food smell.
sinus issue. Yeah. That he can't. Yeah.
Well, what Toastmaster Wazir Ahmed, what you said?
Yeah, I told about my sinus issue. I told I have
Yeah, okay.
little things.
Okay, thank you so much. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, it's time for my part of the evaluation. Overall, it was a pretty good session without any technical glitches. The VPE should constantly pester the members to actively participate in the meetings during Ramzan so that roles can be actively filled out. That's a message, DTM Talha, you should communicate to Shazib. The session started on time, and other than that, everything was quite good and well organized. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Journal Evaluator. We are almost now in the last leg of our meeting. Before leaving the stage, what I'm thinking is, it is the Eid is a celebratory occasion, but sometimes uh, we take it with a tinge of sadness. For example, most of us regrets the things didn't go as we planned before the Ramzan, but above all, we also have a guilty feeling that some people have the clothes while others do not have. Despite the fact that, my issue is exceptional with the Darzi, but as a general rule, I'm talking of the general rule that we are into two classified section. Well, one of my elders, even I have my elders, he suggests to me that we need to care about the people, but we should not carry them with us all the time. Now, the third one is the death of loved one. For example, in my case, and probably in the DTM Tala's case as well, if my dad were alive, he would be sitting with me. And since death is inevitable, we all are a victim of this inevitability in some form. We must have lost a loved one around us, and we remember usually him or her in Eid days. Uh, the last one is somewhat on a lighter note. That is the social anxiety, and it may be TM Asgar's specific. When you have a guest or a lot of people in your home, and they are not you specific, they are not coming for TM Asgar, they are coming for the other member of the family, and they are inside your home. This creates some sort of anxiety, at least in my mind. Now, I don't know how many of you can relate them, but these are the observations I usually observe during these days. Now, I'm looking forward to know how to align this basically spiritual occasion with festivals and celebrate it with religious zeal. But yes, I advance Eid Mubarak from my side. With this, I would like to end my session. Over to you, Mr. President, DTM Tala bin Ahmed.
Thank you so much. Leave it to Toastmaster Asghar to wish everyone Eid Mubarak after continuously sucking the joy out of Eid for the past 2 hours or so. But no, I'm just kidding. I think Toastmaster Asghar today, in his Toastmaster session, showed us the various sides of spiritual celebration. And all sides are to be equally well. Because, of course, this is the human condition. One cannot be unconditionally happy, one cannot be unconditionally sad. And I absolutely love the quote shared Toastmaster Asghar that you should care about the people, but maybe you should not carry them. Otherwise, you lose the ability to experience the here and now. And whatever joy is there, perhaps you will be you will not be able to experience that either. So I'm launching the poll for the best major role player today. Everyone, please quickly vote. And let me also take this opportunity to actually recognize Toastmaster Arfa's listener session. I don't think I have ever experienced such a listener session. Congratulations on concentrating not on the words that were said, but the matter that was conveyed. So with that, just give me a second. All right. So, all right. So let me quickly announce the poll results. The best speaker, myself. It's more a function of, you know, not enough people taking speaking roles. Best evaluator today goes to Toastmaster Vase N. Congratulations. Best table topics, Toastmaster Beth Bilgrami. Congratulations. And best major role player today goes to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster. So congratulations. And with that, it is my honor and privilege to declare this meeting closed. And yes, good question, Toastmaster Latif. We are not meeting this Wednesday because it will be the third day of Eid. Obviously, it will be difficult for members to make it. So our next meeting will be on the next Wednesday, which will be, wait a minute, on April the 10th. April the 10th. But we will be sharing some recognitions on the club group. And of course, we also have a physical celebration planned that was hinted at earlier in the coming weeks. We are also planning to have 3 different contests during April and May and June. And yeah, advance Eid Mubarak to everyone. I will just ask our very special guest, our area director, Toastmaster Wed, to share his thoughts for the week.
Thank you very much, DTM Talha, for the opportunity to give my feedback. I would say iron sharpens iron. And that's what I have to experience when I join such, reputable, prestigious Toastmasters clubs like KTC. I get to have the opportunity to learn and excel in my communication skills. And I always enjoy the verve, the energy, the warmth, the love that I receive in the meetings. And it's fantastic to be a part of the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wed Bilgrami. It's always an